Hey guys, welcome back. Joshua here from UPM, and today I've got something a little bit weird for you. A friend of mine killed his cell phone, and we're going to attempt to fix it here on camera. Now it's probably going to be a bit of a longer video, but that's fine. I'll edit it down to the most relevant parts. I've got a guide pulled up on one of my screens to an iFixit repair guide for the phone. The phone in question is a Motorola Z4. I've got my iFixit kit, and I've got my hot air rework and soldering station ready to go. It's going to take a bit of time, so the video will be filmed in several segments, so just so you know, lighting may change and environment may change a little bit as we go on, because I've only got a short period of time with which to work on the phone today. Now, so the symptoms are the phone does not show a display. The screen is black and there's nothing. Now the phone is not dead. If I press and hold the power button, I get a long vibe. So there's power in the battery, so I need to be very careful that I don't short the battery and cause a phone explosion. And now the Motorola Z4 is glued together. There's no way to access it without heating the glue up and basically prying it open. So we're going to be using heat today. The screen is cracked in two places. There's one crack going along here and there's one crack along the corner. And just regular grime from daily use besides. The rest of the phone appears to be in operable condition, just the screen does not light up or display anything. I've also taken a flashlight and I've shown it sideways on at the LCD in the hopes that maybe I can see something on the screen, hoping that it's just the backlight that's not functioning, but it appears that the LCD is non-functional as well. So we've got our parts. We have a replacement screen, and that should be the LCD and the backlight unit. I will need to transfer the flash module for the camera and the fingerprint sensor over from the other screen once we remove it. And I've also got a new adhesive to hold the new screen on, because once you heat up the adhesive you can't reuse it. Now I'm going to preface this video by saying that I'm not a professional repairman. This is not a tutorial guide. This is just me firing up the camera and posting my failures or my successes, as it were. I'm going to make a quick cut. I'm going to get my station set up here, and then we're going to get into it, because I don't have long. Alright, so I've got some tools laid out. I've got a suction cup. I've got one of my guitar picks so I can use to pry up on the display. I've got a couple of spudgers, and I've got some small tweezers, some small inverted forceps. So I've got my hot air station powered up, and I'm just going to start heating up around the edges of the phone. I've got my station set to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure if that's too hot or not hot enough. This is actually, true story, this is the first time I've really used my hot air station since I bought the hot air station. And the other reason we're doing this is because my buddy's trying to save a little bit of scratch, because he, like me, doesn't see the need in buying new if you can repair what you got for the most part. So that's the only reason we're doing this. Also, if you'll notice, on my left wrist I am wearing an anti-static wristband. Alright, it's starting to get some heat in it now. One thing, I'm gonna pause really quick, and I'm gonna use some isopropyl, and I'm just gonna try and clean up that screen a little bit so that my suction cup will adhere to it a little better. I've got a brand new microfiber that I got with my glasses that I'm probably never gonna use, so I'm just gonna use it to clean a screen real quick. Now the screen is cracked right in the middle, so I'm just going to be, may not have much luck getting the screen off in one go. I'm not expecting much luck there because it is cracked. Alright, that phone is nice and warm. Pretty soon I should be able to, I'm going to actually turn up my heat just a little bit. I'm going to go up to 250. Alright, now that the whole phone's warmed up a little bit, I'm going to start kind of moving in and getting closer to the edges. Start softening up the adhesive as best I can. I don't want to get it too hot because the phone is susceptible to heat damage. Now the guide said to heat it up to just about where it was a little bit too hot to touch, so I'm almost there. Alright, I'm going to set that down. Now the way my station's set up, when I set the fan down, it immediately starts going into cool down mode. So I'm just going to kind of set that there, and it looks like it's adhered. So I should be at that point where I should be able to start getting into the adhesive and separating the screen from the chassis of the phone. Well, I feel like I got my pick in and started to dig. There we go. There we go. I've got the pick in. I'm just slicing down the side of the phone. I know you really can't see what I'm doing. I do apologize. Now the screen does have a fingerprint sensor integrated into it. I'm just gently prying away with the screen. I'm trying not to have a phone explode in my hand. Alright, I've just about got the screen separated from the rest of the device. Alright, the screen is separated, and it's still extremely warm, so I'm just going to use my suction cup to kind of hold it. Alright, I see one connector that's connecting the screen to the phone right there. There's the battery. There's the fingerprint sensor. So the fingerprint sensor is not actually attached to the screen. I will get a B-roll shot of that. And so I'm going to have to disconnect the screen right there. And I believe that's everything. And then I can put the new, I need to clean off this adhesive and get the new adhesive back on, the new screen. And then from there we're good to go. Alright guys, we're back. I'm ready to, we're going to disconnect the existing screen here. And I've got glass cleaner on my desk. And then we're going to see about cleaning up the adhesive. And we're going to see about putting a new screen on there. So I'm just going to get my grubby fingers in there. You know what? I'm going to be smart about this. Is that tape? I feel like that connector's taped right there. I feel like that's tape. I'm going to grab a pair of plastic tweezers. The battery is warm to the touch, but I haven't, you know what I probably ought to do is I might be a good idea to disconnect the battery. I believe they put this black tape in here for warranty protection or whatever, so that, you know, to verify that someone hasn't tampered with the device. I don't have a way of knowing that, but I'm gonna pull off that tape. And I'm gonna leave it on the old screen. Make sure I'm still in shot. This is the part where things get a little flittery, because I need to push that backing bar or lift up on that, I think. I'm gonna make sure I'm not sticking my big face in the shot. I don't know how this is connected. If you press, I don't know if you press the locking lug that way or towards the plug. I think you push it away. Or if you flip it up. Let me look at the other screen to see. So this is what I'm facing. That's the connector that we're talking about right there. And this black piece stays on the connector. I'm going to remove my suction cup so I can lay the screen over on its side. That plastic is deteriorating under me, so I'm going to not. I'm not going to mess with that too much because I don't want to break it permanently. There's still a chance I can get this thing back together. So that's the broken screen. Or what we believe to be a broken screen. So that's it. It's just one connector right there. And then if I grab my flashlight, you can see the hole for the fingerprint sensor in the screen. So that's cool. Oops, turn that off. And then I'm gonna work on cleaning up the adhesive. I don't figure you guys need to see all that. I'm gonna clean up the adhesive as best I can, and then we're gonna put this new screen in the hopes that we can fix this phone. I have 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to lean into this way of the camera. Let's see, I'm going to push that out of the way and I'm going to do this way. Oops. It's definitely sticky. Strong sticky. Nope, not quite right. It's about as close as I think it's going to get. I don't know how perfect it has to be, but here on UPM, good enough is as far as we go. Imagine I'm doing this and the phone's actually powered on. Alright. So we've done that. Now do we take this off, like so. Sorry about my hands being in the way, chat, folks. I'm so used to live streaming, calling people chat now. Alright.
Just convert it to Chad, and that one guy named Chad will freak out.
True story. One of my. Oops, I should probably be wearing this. One of my streamers that I watch calls his chat Chad, CHAAD. Alright, now I need to be very painfully aware that there is adhesive now on the phone. It's falling off on this side. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I need to get that display connector into that plug. Alright folks, I figured out how to unlock that plug. My plug is slightly damaged, but I think it's fine for us to use. So now I can get that, whoops, my connector slid back in there. I'll grab my tweezers. Now we can do that. Alright, now that connector's closed. I'm gonna take the blue tape or the blue cover off of the behind the screen or the through the screen hole for the fingerprint sensor, and I'm gonna take the blue shield off of the top of the screen. Hey Tony, the phone was powered up this whole time.
Because of course it looks.
The screen's on right now.
How's it working?
It looks good. I'm not gonna. Here, I'm gonna find the power button. Is the power button on the bottom? Top.
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 Right here underneath the volume rockers.
Got it.
Where the fingerprint sensor would be on the Z3.
Well, the touchscreen works. It was powered up this whole time. All right.
Damn, that phone lasted like 4 days without battery, without the screen on.
Yeah, it's a miracle. What happens when you don't use the phone? For battery life. That's a novel thing for me. Putting a screen in the thing and have the damn thing just Power up just like that. This adhesive may hold or it may not. I don't
There
know.
you go, viewers. Want to extend your battery life? Just you know, completely bust
Total your freaking
whole
screen.
Yeah. Okay. You don't need that, right?
Screen doesn't sit perfect, but good enough is
Good enough.
good enough. That's the that's gonna be the model of the channel. Good enough is good enough. It's not rocket science, and it's not perfect, but it may buy you a little bit of time with this phone before. And then that's just a plastic cover that they put on it. But we're gonna.
Hey, you bought me enough to fucking back this shit up.
All right, we're gonna power it up. Screen looks like it works, and the touch screen responded. I'm just gonna touch a few spots on the screen, make sure that it's it vibed for me. I'm gonna make sure that it's functioning as it should, and then we're gonna turn it over to its owner, with the caveat that he please back the rest of his stuff up tonight. And then
Tonight? You want me to wait that long? Oh, fuck no.
it's got 17% battery. Look at that. Alright, if I do that, that works. The swipe works. It appears that all of the areas on the screen are responsive. So, yeah. That being said, I'm going to return this to its proper owner. Do you want me to take the plastic off for you, or do you want to do the magic peel?
No, you can do the magic
I'm
peel
going
to
to do
your
the
channel.
magic peel. Oh, that's a pornographic right there. I'm going to have to blur that out. Alright, you're good to go, brother. The screen isn't on there perfect. There's a little bit of adhesive coming out one side. It may get you a couple of months, but it's functional enough for you to get into the phone and back your thing up, and from there on it's good enough. You can put Moto mods on it now. He proceeds to put a Moto case on it, Moto case. Is that like a battery?
Battery.
That's a battery? Okay.
Can't back it up on 17%.
Right. Alright folks, thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been Josh from UPM, and I'm out. Deuces.